We're joined now by Sam Rose. He's the Senior Deputy Director of UNRWA Affairs in Gaza and joins us live from Khan Yunis. Good to have you with us. A lot of focus on the north right now between the latest bombings, Beit Lahia, the siege, the starvation. Is the population of northern Gaza being eliminated?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I mean, catastrophic scenes in northern Gaza, absolutely relentless attacks, populations, civilians in the most awful of conditions under bombardment in Jabalia, and as we've seen, populations who have fled to Beit Lahia have been themselves bombed. So absolutely desperate conditions. I mean, really difficult for us to know precisely what's going on, given the intensity of the fighting and given our lack of access. But it's just, I mean, it's horrific. It's incident after incident after incident being meted out on a population that's on its knees, that's been enduring this for close
Sam,
to...
if I may jump in, you said, given our lack of access, when's the last time you tried to access northern Lebanon? And what happened, northern Gaza, I should say, and what happened?
We've been able to get through the Wadi Gaza checkpoint, which separates areas north of Gaza City from the rest of Gaza, but most of those missions have only been able to get into Gaza City. They've not been able to get north of Gaza City, where this siege, where this intense military operation is taking place. There have been a couple of successful
why is
missions.
That, Sam? Were you denied permission?
Yeah, we're denied permission routinely to bring in supplies, bring in goods. There was a successful effort to resupply one of the hospitals in northern Gaza and medevac a few desperately sick patients to another location. So there have been a couple of successful missions to hospitals in northern Gaza. But our ability to provide services there is essentially nil. The water wells that we as UNRWA run have stopped. Civil defense is no longer working. Efforts and missions to retrieve bodies and trap people from underneath rubble have also been denied in the past several days as well.
What reason do the Israelis give you when they deny your request for access?
We're not typically given a reason. We're told that it's not possible to facilitate the mission for operational reasons, and then we try again.
The acting Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs at the United Nations has said the entire population of North Gaza is at risk of dying. And I'm wondering, how close are we to seeing, God forbid, that kind of scenario? Is it a matter of months, weeks, or even less than that?
I mean, look, we've got a population that has been on the verge of famine, on the verge of catastrophic food insecurity for months now. People are already dying. Over 43,000 people killed, over 100,000 injured now. We're reaching close to the point where 10% of the population of Gaza has either been killed or injured in this conflict. And it's inevitable what will happen eventually if you're not able to bring in these supplies. We've seen the reemergence of infectious diseases after 25 years of eradication. Polio is still circulating in the Gaza Strip. We've yet to complete the second round of that polio vaccination campaign. So yes, we will see it, and we do have the capacity to stop this if we throw all the resources of the humanitarian system at it, and if we do that now. Right. But for people here, it just seems that the world's capacity to tolerate the suffering of Palestinians is infinite.
Briefly, your response to that bill passed in the Israeli Knesset to ban UNRWA. Is there any way for you to get around that, to work through other agencies, to coordinate indirectly, or are we potentially looking at the end of UNRWA in Palestine?
We could well be, if these bills are implemented to the letter. There are no other organizations who can take on the load that UNRWA has been performing over the past 75 years. Perhaps the most successful development endeavor of the United Nations across the Middle East region in the past 75 years. Several generations of Palestinians educated in UNRWA schools, millions of children. We're providing 5 million patient consultations in our health clinics every year in Gaza. No other organization is set up to do that. No other organization has the staff, has the systems, has the contacts and the wherewithal and the understanding of what's happening on the ground here, apart from UNRWA.
Sam Rose there, thank you so much.
Thank you.